Today, I want you to pay more attention to what we are going to learn. Today, we want to talk about the pancreas. Remember, in our bodies, we have various organs that are so important. However, all these organs play vital roles. They carry out various activities for proper body functioning. So one of the organs, one of the glands that we have in our bodies is called the pancreas. When we look at the pancreas, it's so important, so beautiful in the way it carries out its functions. The pancreas, mind you, it is one of the digestive organs that we have. It is just found in the abdomen, behind the stomach, and under the liver. The pancreas is a digestive organ, as I've said, that helps in breaking down food and regulate blood glucose. So the pancreas, when you look at it, it has got different parts. So this is the pancreas that you can see from your screen, and it is so important. So I just want us to look at what are the parts that make up a pancreas, so that we get to know how does it perform its functions, as we've said earlier. So this is the pancreas, as you can observe from your screen. It's a very beautiful organ found along the digestive tract. However, it has some parts. One of the parts is called the pancreatic duct. And this pancreatic duct is connected to the bile duct. As you can see, the one in blue is the bile duct. So they are connected, the pancreatic duct and the bile duct are connected to form this point, what we call the hepatopancreatic ampulla. And together, it is also connected to form the hepatopancreatic sphincter. So these two, the pancreatic duct and the bile duct, because they contain digestive components, they pour these digestive components into the duodenum. So this part is called the duodenum. You can see right away from there, you have the duodenum where the pancreas and the gallbladder pour their digestive secretions into. The pancreas, as we've said earlier, that it is both endocrine and exocrine gland. The pancreas want to know, how is it an endocrine gland? Pancreas sometimes secretes two hormones, the insulin and the glucagon. These two hormones are poured into the bloodstream, not into the duodenum. The insulin hormone and the glucagon hormone are secreted directly in the bloodstream and flow in the blood to help in regulation of blood glucose. Therefore, that one makes it to be called an endocrine gland. Secondly, the pancreas is an exocrine gland simply because it secretes the digestive enzyme, digestive juice, through the pancreatic duct into the duodenum. So because of the presence of the ducts, the so-called pancreatic duct, through which pancreatic juice is secreted in the duodenum, makes it to be called an exocrine gland. So this is the duodenum. You can see it from here. Remember, the duodenum moves from the stomach and goes to the small intestine, actually the ileum. The duodenum is the first section of the small intestine. Therefore, it helps in the digestion of food. However, the digestive juices that break down food in the duodenum come from the pancreas and the gallbladder. And the digestive juices from the pancreas, the so-called pancreatic juice, is poured into the duodenum through the pancreatic duct. You can see inside the pancreas there is pancreatic duct. From there, the one in blue is the pancreatic duct, and the one in green, now the one in green is the actually is the bile duct. So these two pour their secretion into the duodenum. You can now see the one in blue, that's the duodenum. Some of the enzymes found in the pancreatic juice include pancreatic amylase, pancreatic lipase, trypsin, and so many other substances. Pancreatic amylase help in the hydrolysis of the starch into maltose. Actually, once you eat starch-containing food, not all the starch will be chemically broken down in the mouth into maltose. Sometimes we swallow food, yet it is not before being digested chemically. So that little starch that remains undigested in the mouth by the salivary amylase is digested in the duodenum by the pancreatic amylase. Then the trypsin also help in the hydrolysis of proteins into peptides or polypeptides. Actually, the same thing occurs with the proteins found in the duodenum, that we all know that in the stomach, this is where we have chemical digestion or enzymatic digestion of proteins into amino acids, or actually into polypeptides and peptides. However, some proteins remain undigested because of congestion in the stomach. Therefore, when that food containing protein reaches into the duodenum, this is where the trypsin comes in and breaks down the undigested proteins into peptides and polypeptides. Then there the food will continue to the ileum where digestion stops. So in brief, the pancreas is an essential organ. The pancreas is both endocrine and exocrine gland, helps in regulation of blood glucose, and as well in digestion of food substances. Thank you so much.